6ix9ine snitches, and Trump wants him released.
America is a nation that believes in the power of redemption. America is a nation that believes in second chances and third chances. And
Tekashi 6ix9ine has been serving some time in prison and is looking at a life sentence. But sources say Donald Trump is going over the young rapper's case. Today at Lime Report, we'll be explaining exactly what's going on here, one detail at a time. So be sure to watch this video until the end. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, comment keyword 6ix9ine to enter our $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. And hit that notification bell to be the first to view what future content we have in store for you. Recently, Tekashi had a court date and failed to get released on bail. He put up $1.5 million in bond, but that didn't do it. Rumors say this happened to 6ix9ine for various reasons, but the main reason is the government shutdown. Now, nobody knows if this is exactly the main reason, but a lot of people believe it is. Government shutdowns are common and happen when the president and the government are unable to agree on the appropriation of sufficient funds. Considering this being one of the main reasons Tekashi wasn't released on bail, his lawyers believe it has to do with President Trump, so that's where Trump comes in the picture. Not to mention the news was releasing that Tekashi 6ix9ine has been revealing some names to be let out of prison earlier. This may ruin his reputation in the streets. He always represented his neighborhood proudly and acted like the type to never snitch anyone out. Recently, that was proven to be a fake side of Tekashi. This may be the best for him and workers of the law are loving it. Also, Donald Trump is one that loves getting the true crooks behind bars and the innocent out of prison. A lot of people think 6ix9ine is innocent and was just part of his team's bad actions. Ever since he got denied bail on his recent court date, he's been patiently waiting behind bars for good news. The judge gave him another chance and set a court date in February, considering the government shutdown being against his odds. Tekashi's lawyers have revealed that if they don't succeed the next court date, they'll be taking the case to Congress, which means it will most likely reach President Trump. No one knows exactly, but that's what the media is claiming. Tekashi was put behind bars for racketeering and firearm charges. He and his team were all locked up together, considering they were in on all the unlawful activity together. What's unfortunate and has a lot of people wondering is why Tekashi's team was freed, but Tekashi is still behind bars. They committed many of the crimes together, and one of the main people involved was 6ix9ine's former manager, Shotty. The reason he's now a former manager is because days before they got caught, Tekashi found out Shotty was stealing money from him, booking shows he didn't even know about. After finding out Tekashi 6ix9ine fired his manager and his whole team, it was hard for him to trust anyone. As time went by, they met again in the courtroom, and this is when things really started to get interesting for Tekashi. After doing the research, lawyers came to the conclusion that Shotty and his crew were planning a hit on Tekashi. This caused a lot of controversy in the courtroom and had a lot of people shaken up. Shotty has recently been released from jail while Tekashi is still behind bars, and this has a lot of people confused. Tekashi's team was full of his closest friends. He brought all of them up with him and made them his security guards and managers. After this happened to Tekashi, he lost all trust and truly had no one close to him anymore. Luckily for Tekashi 6ix9ine, he came across a girl he'd eventually fall in love with. To his benefit, he found somebody he can trust. This girl is his current girlfriend named Jade. The two seem to be deeply in love with each other. Before Tekashi got locked up, they spent every day together. Tekashi was so happy he felt like he found the one. They even discussed having a kid on a video that went viral. Tekashi was caught saying, "I want a boy." Some seem to be happy for him, some seem to think Jade is with him for the clout, and some hate the relationship. Well, Tekashi's baby mama hates the relationship. She seems to be very jealous and sad. His baby mama Sara was with Tekashi since they've been young teens and were truly in love. They ended up having a kid, Tekashi's daughter. They had a great family going. 6ix9ine's mother and Sara got along very well. Now, no one knows the true reason on why they broke up, but we've heard from Sara what she thinks about the situation. Sara claims the fame and popularity Tekashi gained in the last year has a lot to do with it. She revealed on one of her Instagram lives that fame changed Tekashi in a lot of ways, and she hates it because he's not the same person he was. It seems Tekashi is over it, but Sara may still be in love, considering her talking about it very often. Now, back to why she hates Tekashi's new relationship with Jade. After Jade took a stroll to the prison Tekashi is being held in to visit him, she posted a picture with 6ix9ine trying to show the fans that he's doing okay. When Sara saw this picture, she got very emotional and let everything out on an Instagram Live. She revealed how supposedly Tekashi doesn't take care of his daughter and she does all the work. She also seemed to be jealous of Jade considering Tekashi 6ix9ine buying her a Rolex wristwatch for her birthday and a Mercedes G-Wagon for Christmas. Jade then went online and defended Tekashi, saying he sent his daughter a Christmas present from prison as well and is actually a good father. Times seemed to be hard for Tekashi. Yes, he has his love Jade, but his life has been difficult lately. Tekashi 6ix9ine has witnessed firsthand struggle as he was growing up. He was raised on the lower class side of the Bronx, New York, and lived a rough lifestyle. His father died only steps away from his family home when Tekashi was just a young boy, and his mother was struggling financially. When Tekashi finally got old enough, he had to take action and begin to work so he could help his mother survive. He began working as a busboy and had a side hustle on the streets, but unfortunately, that wasn't enough. So he began chasing his dreams. He dropped out of school and started pursuing his music career. He created a master plan and stuck with it. After saving enough money, he traveled to Europe and grew his name out there, performing his music to many people. After gaining a good fan base, Tekashi decided he'd go back home to the US and spread his name. By the time he came back, he already had a decent fan base that was grown. He was performing different music. It wasn't exactly rap, it was more screamo. He ran into an old friend and his friend advised him to make a rap song. Tekashi 6ix9ine took the advice. He rented out a studio for a night in New York City and created his first rap song. Today, that song is known as one of his biggest hits, Gummo. The second he released the song, it went viral. People loved it and had never heard anything like it. He became famous in a matter of hours. He finally found the right sound and people all over the world loved it. He stuck to it, kept creating, becoming one of the biggest names in the music industry. Almost every one of his songs on YouTube today have over hundreds of millions of views. Tekashi was living his dream life, being famous, buying all the designer clothes he wants, and driving in Bentleys. The biggest artists in the game wanted to work with Tekashi. He became an icon. But unfortunately, the lifestyle he grew up in stuck with him, and bringing his friends up with him didn't help. Tekashi already had a bad reputation with the law and just couldn't drag it away. The last time Tekashi got arrested, the judge told him he'd be placed on probation and can't commit another crime or he'll face time behind bars. Little did Tekashi know, the feds were already building a case. They knew Tekashi and his team were up to no good, but just wanted to collect all the evidence they could. They caught the young rapper and his team up for racketeering and firearm charges. Tekashi, his securities, and former manager were all put behind bars. He went from the top of the industry to being locked behind bars, which is one of the reasons his life is difficult at this point. Not to mention, he hasn't been able to release music and his fan base is going down slowly. The news was recently leaked that he's working on a new album, but without bail being guaranteed, no one knows if it will ever truly be released. The recent news is Tekashi has been opening his mouth and revealing names that were involved in the crimes in order to be released earlier. Now, we don't know how well this will go for him, but if he doesn't receive bail on his February court date, his lawyers will be taking the case to Congress and President Trump. What do you think will happen? Will Tekashi 6ix9ine be released on bail, or will he continue to serve his life sentence? Let us know in the section below, and remember to leave a like, subscribe, and comment keyword 6ix9ine to win our $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. Be sure to hit that notification bell to be the first to view what future content we have in store for you.
Saying a lot of stuff about you lately. You got any response to her?
That's the Lil Tay girl, right?
No, that's the bad baby, Danielle Bergoli.
They owe the same girl to me.
Okay.
People who say that, like, yo, you don't got no bars, or do you feel away?
I'll take that as constructive feedback,
okay,
and I'll try to work on myself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna right back like an investment into ourselves, trying to be who we wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? But we was broke. Like, we were getting neglected. Interviews, we were getting neglected.
One more thing. Do you have any advice for Kanye? Because, like, listen, whenever you come out, everyone's saying there's people acting.
Oh, no. I'm about to meet up with Kanye right now.
Shout out to Kanye.
Kanye sit there and be like, you bugging. Like, what? Like, listen to this. Like, nah, it's not me. That's not who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to act like I know how to, spit some crazy. Neglected by girls. We were getting neglected just by everyone in the world. You know what I'm saying? And we always view life like, yo, like we would always say.
The Crips to fuck Kanye up whenever they saw.
Yeah, we got Kanye back.
You got Kanye.
You get a new chain?
Kanye back.
You got any advice?
Is that a new chain?
Yeah, I'm about to get this snatched. I'm in LA. I metaphor, like I'm not gonna sit there and it's like you asking me. It's like a teacher asking me a answer to a question. I'm not gonna sit there if I don't know. I'm like, yo, help me. Yo, like, damn, like another L. Like our life was an L just waking up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we would just face massive L's. Like, by just. I just want to get this snatch real quick.
What do you think?
It's not even that heavy. Look, try to pull it. Try to pull it. No, like pull it.
Pull it.
Like, it shit come right off.
Wow,
if you
okay.
snatch it, come right off.
I'm not gonna try to snatch it.
One day I woke up and I said, yo, I'm a loud person on the mic. You know what I'm saying? And when I walk in a room, I already have a loud presence. You know. Does that make you right because you're rich and I'm wrong because I'm poor, or does it make me right because I'm poor and I see the values in life right? And you're rich that you don't. Does that make that? You know what I'm saying? And I say, yo, I want my look to be loud. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I struggled a lot with bullying when I was a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not like I